please, don't try anything that you're about to see us do at home. Ever.
On this episode of MythBusters, it's the first ever viewer special, where all our myths were found by fans. You asked, could cigarette butts be a lethal weapon?
It bleeds!
You demanded to know if putting a car into reverse could stop your car.
Hey, did you see the smoke off those tires?
You also wanted to know if sneezing with your eyes open could pop out your eyeballs. And if a tennis ball could serve as a lockpick.
Don't try this at home.
Then you even donated a car for some high explosives hijinks. So buckle up and get fired up, because this show is for you. Who are the MythBusters? Adam Savage.
Ow, 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 ow.
And Jamie Heineman.
It's almost too exciting.
Wow!
Between them, more than 30 years of special effects experience.
Cue dramatic music.
Joining them, Carrie Byron, Grant Imahara,
Danger! Warning! Warning!
and Tori Belleci.
$10.
They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test.
Drumroll, please. If you're ready, it's time for the very first MythBusters viewer special.
Yeah, since the beginning of season 5, or the Hindenburg episode, we've been appealing to you for ideas.
Yeah, we've been inundated with some are myths and some are just questions people need answers to.
The kind of questions that keep America awake at night.
Exactly.
So we're just going to take the most popular ideas that the viewers are giving us, and we're going to test them here and now? Well, let's split it up. You guys take a few, and we'll take a few.
Perfect. Why don't Jamie and I kick it all off? Are you ready for this? We're just about to do the most requested myth ever in the history of MythBusters. Over 10,000 people have asked us to take this one on.
What?
Okay, quite simply put, and I can tell you're really excited, but calm down. Okay, here it is. That if you sneeze with your eyes open, your eyes will pop out of your head and roll across the floor.
Get out!
Swear to God. Now, thanks to the viewer request, we're gonna take it on.
Why does your poor body look so discombobulated, huh? Why do it, huh? Here, take a good sniff of this here, smell it so. Come
In
on,
cartoons, a good sneeze can catapult you into the ceiling. In the real world, MythBusters fans reckon sneezing with your eyes open could pop them right out. So, is there anything to this myth, or will the eye pop sneeze be all washed out? The physics of this myth are nothing to sniff at. A sneeze is the fastest physical reaction of the human body, with the spray reaching speeds of over 120 miles an hour. So, perhaps this force is violent enough to propel your peepers out of place. For viewer myth number 1, the team gets straight into capturing some chews.
The setup is pretty straightforward. Your basic grid, which we love to put behind all our high-speed shots. Then Jamie and I need to sit in a chair in front of the high-speed camera and generate a sneeze. Hold our eyes open while we're doing it. The high-speed should make it absolutely clear if we're successful, and that should answer this question.
Yep, it really is that simple. So, who's first for the sneeze shooting range?
So, have you ever tried to make yourself sneeze?
No, I get boogers all over my mustache.
Despite his snot rocket reservations, Jamie takes the hot seat. And to induce sneezing, Adam tries a well-known tickly tactic.
Does that help at all?
No, it's me off, though.
The Heineman isn't moved. So they try something from the cartoons. Pepper up the nose, perhaps with eye-popping results.
My experience in the past with pepper, plain old black pepper, it makes me sneeze.
So, what is it about pepper that makes you sneeze?
Well, pepper, whether it's white, black, or green, has an alkaloid of pyridine called piperine, and this irritates the nerve endings underneath your mucous membranes, and it wants to get it out of there.
So your nose wants to get the irritant out, and the only way it knows how to do that is to sneeze?
That's pretty much it.
All right.
That is pretty much it. But for Jamie, it's just not working.
It actually kind of makes me want to cough instead of sneeze, because it's burning all the way down my throat.
Hey!
Gesundheit. But unfortunately, there's a problem.
Eyes totally closed. He lost his concentration. Eyes are totally closed. Oh, there's a little silvery booger there, too, right on his big old stash. It glints in the light.
For this test, Jamie needed to keep his eyes open. But in the heat of the moment, he couldn't overcome the sneeze reflex.
Well, dude, your eyes are closed there. I think we need another shot at this.
I've got too much pepper in the system. I don't think I can do any more.
All right, well, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Maybe Adam can keep his eyes on the prize.
Good luck, buddy.
Thanks, there we go. I just had one of those, what the hell are we doing moments.
Just like Jamie, Adam takes a big whiff of the pepper.
How's that?
That was a sneeze.
Yeah, I think I closed my eye. I'm pretty sure I did. I couldn't not.
And the high speed confirms it. At the precise moment of the sneeze, Adam's eyes were shut. He opened them afterwards. So this time, Adam has a plan to produce some potentially blinding results.
I'm gonna try and hold my eyes open this time. Okay? Like that. All right?
Whatever floats your boat.
Adam's not leaving anything to chance. This time, he'll clamp his eyes open. But will he be able to sneeze without causing permanent damage?
Oh my God, I think I was able to hold them open.
And before Adam can blink, there's another sneeze on the way.
Good job, you did it again.
Thank you.
Yep, it's another world first for MythBusters science. The high speeds confirm Adam definitely held his eyes open for both sneezes. And there was no bulging or eye popping in sight.
Oh my God, that's awful. Those eyes don't look like they're bulging out at all.
No.
No.
Well, they do, but they normally look that way when you peel the eyelashes back.
Viewer myth number 1 is looking ready to bust.
That's pretty definitive. I mean, I couldn't do it, but you sure as heck did. You did it twice.
Yeah, it's looking pretty busted, but because the fans asked so many times, I'd really like to wrap this up with an expert opinion.
The MythBusters are going all out for the viewers. So Adam heads to UCSF, where ophthalmologist Jackie Duncan can set him straight.
That's just it.
I'm sure that when the fans hear this question, they're thinking that you go, achoo, and your eye goes, boing, 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 boing. I mean, could your eye actually pop all the way out of your head?
Well, that's almost impossible. There are a number of things holding your eye in your head. There's a covering over the surface of the eye called the conjunctiva. Your eye is also connected to 6 different extraocular muscles that allow your eyes to move around. Finally, the optic nerve is connected to your eye and would prevent it from falling out and rolling across the floor.
That's a lot of ophthalmology. But what it means is no matter how hard you blow, your eyes aren't going to go anywhere.
There you have it. I mean, I couldn't do it, but you sure as heck did, and you did it twice. You sneezed, you held your eyes open, and no eyeballs came out.
Here they are. Yeah, you asked for it, and we did it. This one is totally busted.
It's busted.
Still to come, a fan donates a car for some Hollywood hijinks. And after the break, Grant and Tori try to stop with reverse.
Hey, did you see the smoke off those tires?
Next up, another fan favorite, hot off the website.
Our next beer myth is a classic, and that is, can you stop a car by throwing it in reverse? And to test this, we've come to one of our favorite places, the runway at Alameda. And we've gotten 2 donated cars, because we're pretty sure they're not going to survive. You ready to wreck these cars? Let's do it!
This viewer myth is not recommended for your car. We've all thought about it, and now you, the fans, want to know if you can stop a runaway car by throwing it in reverse. Can shifting gear stop your car, or will it just trash your transmission?
What's the plan, Stan?
Okay, this is a plan. I've got an automatic, you've got a stick shift. We'll drive it to 50 miles an hour, and then stop at a line that we paint on the ground.
All right, we'll hit the regular brakes, see how long it takes for us to stop, and then for the grand finale, we'll throw it into reverse and see what happens.
I love it. Let's do it. Yeah!
That's the plan. No frills, no fuss. You asked for it, and we delivered.
All right, here we go, Grant. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go.
First up is the regular braking distance on the automatic.
At 50.
Oh my God!
Hey, did you see the smoke off those tires? Do I have any tires left?
You do, but they're all on the asphalt.
So, how do Grant's skid marks measure up?
61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 65 feet.
65 feet to bring the automatic to a dead stop with the brakes.
In 3, 2, 1, go!
Tori accelerates to 50 miles an hour. And when he hits the stop line, he slams on the brakes.
All right!
Did you smell the rubber?
Dude!
That was fun!
Nice.
What are you doing?
70, 75, 80.
80 feet?
80 feet with the regular brake pedal.
80 feet for the manual and 65 feet for the auto ain't bad. Them's the brakes. But what happens when you shift into reverse? How will the stopping distance compare?
Hey, let's do this test. Here we go. Ready? In 3, 2...
1, go.
Grant brings the car up to 50 miles per hour. When he hits the white line, instead of hitting the brakes, he'll shift into reverse, just like you asked, and try to stop the car. Or at least, that's the theory.
That's interesting.
But that's not exactly the photo finish the guys were expecting.
Buddy, it doesn't look like you did anything.
Nope, it's in reverse. The check engine light's on, the battery light's on. I'm still coasting.
That was the most underwhelming outcome I've ever seen on this show. 2,270 feet.
Hey, it's a new record.
That's an extra 2,205 feet from the brakes. Turns out the automatic has a safety device, making it impossible to engage reverse while driving forward. The reverse stop theory is running out of gas. But there's still one more car to try.
Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1...
Go!
Start your engines. Once again, Tori's gunning for 50 miles per hour. And when he hits the stop line, he throws the manual into reverse. Unfortunately, it's not as easy as you might think. The transmission crunches, and Tori clinches.
Here we go, Court! Hit the brake! Save yourself!
But he can't engage the reverse gear.
Hey, you made it down here.
1,922 feet from the stop mark.
Oh my God, dude, trying to throw it into reverse to stop a manual is just not the way to go.
Even with Tori's mantra, if you can't find it, grind it, the car still went an extra 1,842 feet. Maybe that's because with a manual transmission, you have to be at a complete stop to select reverse. So, what's the verdict from the guys?
All right, the fans, they have been dying to see this one tested, and we tested it. Trying to stop a manual car by throwing it into reverse, totally busted.
Trying to stop an automatic car by throwing it into reverse, also busted.
All right, but we can't stop here. It sounds like you have something up your sleeve.
Yeah, automatics have a park gear. I think we have to get this car up to 50 miles an hour and throw it into park.
It's the viewer special, and we owe it to you to leave no stone unturned. The team revs up for one last try at trashing the transmission.
Okay, everybody, heads up. This is the automatic. Going at 50 miles per hour, we are throwing it into park.
In 3, 2...
1, go!
They're going to park at 50 miles per hour. Will this give them the result they're after?
Okay, you're at 50?
Yep, at 50 miles an hour. Here's
Here
the
it
stop.
comes! Oh! What?
Nothing.
What's happening?
I'm in park.
Even shifting into park didn't stop the car. Which means viewer myth number 2 is busted.
That sucked!
Later, the boys get fired up with some shotgun shenanigans.
That's a thud.
And
Coming up next on MythBusters.
See what happens when we take the family car out for a spin.
And now, for something completely different. MythBusters viewers like nothing more than a good bang. Be it an annihilated avalanche.
Oh, look at that.
Detonating denim. Or a cement truck turned torpedo. So, it's no surprise that viewers want more.
All right, next one up says exploding car. Is that a myth?
It's no myth. Some kid emailed me. He said he wanted us to blow up his parents' car. I told him, sure, why not, as long as he gets their permission.
Well, I suppose it is a viewer request special, so we ought to honor it.
Yeah, and I figure while we're at it, we should just use it as an excuse to test Hollywood explosions as opposed to the real thing.
That's perfect. We do 2 explosions. One's like a big Hollywood fireball, and the next one's like the cement truck.
The real deal.
Perfect. Let's do it.
It's a story inspired by Chris Cannella. He wrote in with a simple wish. He wants his parents' car obliterated. It may be this viewer's dream come true, but it's this car's worst nightmare. It's going to explode not once, but twice. And it's going to go down in one of the team's all-time favorite places.
We are back at one of the fans' most treasured Mythbuster locations at the rock quarry where we blew up the cement truck and where we did 22,000-foot fall explosion. Today we're here to blow up a 12-year-old kid's parents' car. Twice. First time, it's going to be a movie-style explosion, like from the 70s TV shows that you grew up with. The second time, it's going to be a real explosion, and there's going to be nothing left.
So the team's hoping for some car carnage, and retired FBI agent Frank Doyle is just the man for the job.
We're going to fix it. We're going to do some instantaneous repair.
As the bomb techs get technical, prepping the car for the Hollywood-style boom, Adam's pulling out all the movie cliches.
Here's how it's going to set up. Camera's going to be right where camera is right now. Car's going to blow up. I'm going to be running. Oh, and I'm going to be diving, hopefully in midair as the explosion happens, and land safely on these mats. Then I get to live out my fantasy as a stuntman.
With Adam adamant he's playing the role of stuntman, Jamie wants to first take a few safety precautions.
So Adam, if you want to do that shot where you're running away from an explosion,
yeah,
and the explosion's in the car.
I don't want any glass in my backside.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. Maybe I should take the windows out, huh?
Yeah, can I do one?
Okay, sure.
Don't try this at home.
With the glass out the window, the bomb squad takes care of the rest.
This type of stunt is all about the visual effect. The main thing that people are going to be seeing here is just gasoline burning. Now, we are using explosives, but it is only to place under the gasoline to vaporize the gasoline and make it easier for the gasoline to burn.
That's the theory. And with the gas in place, everything's ready for some movie-inspired mayhem.
So, ready for a Hollywood-style explosion for your parents' car?
Yeah.
You got anything else you want us to blow up?
Aside from my other parents' car.
Well, where is it? It's party time. Let's do this.
You feel ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right, give me a high five. Excellent, let's go.
With everything set, stuntman Adam does his stretches. And then it's go time.
Fire in the hole! 3, 2, 1!
It's a perfect copy of a cinematic cliche. Jamie presses the plunger, and in a move that Hannibal Smith would be proud of, Adam leaps as the car gets blown sky high. I love it when a plan comes together. Well, almost.
Of course, nothing ever goes quite as smoothly as you'd hope. And when the 3, 2, 1, which we had all planned out for me to start running at 3, to jump at 1, so that I'd be in the middle of the air at 0 when the bomb went off, the 3, 2, 1 happened a little slower than I thought it would, so I kind of had to slow down. Nonetheless, the high-speed shot of Jamie pushing the plunger while I'm in midair with the fireball behind, and the wide shot of the flames shooting high up into the sky, it could not have gone better.
You can't improve on perfection. And viewer Chris is pretty darn excited.
Right now, I pretty much feel like the happiest kid on earth, and this is just half of it.
The next thing we're going to do is put real explosives in this car, and the car is going to go away.
Going on Mythbusters. Everyone knows that cigarettes are deadly, but what about their butts?
Remember, don't try this at home.
We've got years of experience that keeps us safe. So what's the next story?
It's called Killer Butts, and it's not about somebody's rear end.
Okay, I gotta know, what is the story?
Well, a couple of good old boys decided to get drunk and mess around with guns. Generally not a good idea. But anyway, one of them decided to put 3 cigarette butts down the muzzle of a muzzle-loading rifle, and just for fun, fired at his buddy. It didn't turn out well.
Sounds like it's a bad case of heartburn.
It killed him.
Ooh.
Alcohol and guns may be great on their own, but together they're never a good combination. Add cigarettes to the mix, and you've got a visit to the ER just waiting to happen. The story goes that 2 alcohol-fueled buddies had a boozy idea. They loaded up a rifle with 3 cigarette butts, took aim from 7 feet, but that's when things went horribly wrong. And you, the viewers, want to know if this could really happen.
I just had the funniest daydream. Anyway, so what's the plan?
Well, it's pretty straightforward. We get a ballistics gel dummy, some cigarettes, some gunpowder, a muzzle-loading rifle, and a firing range.
You know, in this one, I'd also like to add a heart to our ballistics gel test subject. That way, if a cigarette gets all the way through the skin and into the heart, we know we've got death.
Well, it's kind of gross and smelly. I like it.
It's never stopped us before.
The plan is to pack a muzzle-loading rifle with black powder and 3 cigarette butts. Then take aim at a ballistics gel dummy from 7 feet for some heart-stopping action. So while Jamie rustles up a rifle, Adam shoots to the workshop to fire up a boozy ballistics buddy.
Like a lot of other myths where we've got something deadly that occurs, we're going to test this by making a human analog to show whether or not death has occurred. In this, I'm using a very old MythBusters torso mold, which we've used on countless myths. Except I'm pouring into it a brand new ballistics medium we've got. This stuff is totally clear.
Like regular ballistics gel, this stuff has the same properties as human tissue, but has the added bonus of being crystal clear. That'll help the team see right through to the heart of the matter.
If any of these cigarette butts actually reach that heart, we will know that not only are cigarettes deadly, so are the butts.
For this viewer myth, only a shot through the heart will do.
So the pig's heart is perfectly suspended. I like its placement. I like its distance back from the front. All that has to happen now is the ballistics media has to cool down, and then we can experiment with it.
And with a miracle of television, 12 hours pass in a heartbeat.
This is going to be great. This stuff is perfect.
With Buddy all set, they pack up the shooting party and head out to the range to meet an old friend.
Hi, Al. How you doing, Jamie? Nice to see you.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah. Well, welcome to South San Francisco Police Department.
To test the killer butts, Adam and Jamie are back at the familiar ground of South